fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Ètò láti mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ tí ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àdànà kú kọjá mórí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rìnrìn káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setter. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.
Mo kí gbogbo ojú tó wò mí káàkiri ayé, mo kí wa lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin lọ́mọdé lágbà nínú ilé yìí, mo kí wa pé a kú dédé àsìkò yìí, àsìkò bójú ọjọ́ ti rí ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́ ọdún bí bó ló ti rí lọ́dọ̀ ti yín o, torí lọ́dọ̀ ti wá ń bí àdúpẹ́ fọlọ́run ẹlẹ́dàá. A kú ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun tá a tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí, ọ̀sẹ̀ yóò kú sàn wá sówó sàn wá sọmọ sọ wá sáìkú baálé ọ̀rọ̀. Ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ ó náà la tó mú wá sí ojú ìwòran yín láti ìkànnì bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ TV BGI TV, láti ẹnu aláwìyé adébáyọ̀ sàwúrì ọmọ bàbá tíṣà lábẹ́òkúta, ẹni tí ó wá mọ̀ sí bàbá gbàgede mọ̀. Ìkànnì BGI náà la wà lórí YouTube bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ TV, ẹ máa bá wa subscribe sórí ṣánẹ́ẹ̀lì yìí fẹ́yìn tí ẹ bá ti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Ẹ̀yin tó bá jórí tẹ́lì lẹ ti wò wá, ẹ mú fóònù yín báyìí wéré 1-2 lónìí 1-1 ẹ mú fóònù yín kẹ́ ẹ bá wa lọ search fún bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ lórí YouTube, ẹ rí ibi tí wọ́n kọ subscribe sí, ó yá kẹ́ ẹ bá wa tẹ̀ ẹ bá ti tẹ̀ kẹ́ ẹ tẹ notification, yóò bá gbé notification wá fún yín gbogbo àtàbá data. Tó bá sì dórí Facebook lẹ́yìn wà á wà lórí gbàgede mọ̀ with aláwìyé adébáyọ̀, gbàgede mọ̀ with aláwìyé adébáyọ̀. Tó bá dórí Instagram ni á wà lórí gbàgede mọ̀ _22, ẹ bá wa buwọ́lu àwọn handles méjèèjì yìí. Á wà lórí TikTok náà bàbá gbàgede mọ̀ la wà. Ẹ fọ́lù wa láwọn àyè mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta, kẹ́ sì subscribe sórí YouTube wa. Ẹ wá nǹkan fìdílé tàbí kẹ́ fìdílé nǹkan kẹjá jọjẹ gbádùn ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ tòní tá a tún gbédé. Ojú tẹ́ fi ń wò mí ò ní fọ́, etí tẹ́ sì fi ń gbọ́ mi tí náà ò ní di láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ṣé rí gbogbo àwa arìnrìn àjò tó jẹ́ pé bóyá bísínẹ́sì wa ó jọ mọ́ ká travel, tó bá sàtijọ́ pé mọ́ pé a máa cross border, ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀lé wà nílùú òyìnbó, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ súnmọ́ mi kẹ́ ẹ wá gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ̀yin tó jẹ́ pé kò fẹ́ sí láàrin oṣù kan àbọ̀sẹ̀ kan àbọ̀dún kan kẹ́ ẹ má wọ aeroplane, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ súnmọ́ bí kẹ́ ẹ wá gbọ́. Àwọn nǹkan méjì gbàkọ̀gbàkọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí, àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé ìkan bani nínú jẹ́ ń bẹ̀, ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì àìmọ̀kan ni. Àkọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀ ni pé pásítọ̀ kan rèé, wọ́n máa ń kó àwọn èèyàn rìnrìn àjò dáadáa, àwọn náà dẹ̀ máa ń tẹ̀lé wọn. Wọ́n wá sọ pé àwọn wọ Egypt airline, wọ́n dé Egypt, ọwọ́ pé wọ́n rí Nigeria passport lọ́wọ́ wọn, tán ti rí green passport yẹn, wọ́n ti suspect everybody pé àwọn eléyìí wọ́n ṣe ní rí. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò lẹ́sperience ẹ o. Èmi náà ti délùú kan báyìí mo forúkọ bò láṣìírí, ọwọ́ pé wọ́n rí pé green passport ló wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Físà tó jẹ́ fúnra wọn ni wọ́n fi sí, fúnra wọn náà fi físà sí. Wọ́n ní láti tún máa fọwọ́ ha físà yẹn báyìí, wọ́n fọwọ́ ha báyìí, wọ́n fẹ́ lè ṣí kúrò ní passport. Mi mọ nǹkan tó dé, bóyá rò pé fake ni, ọwọ́ pé wọ́n ti rí pé Nigeria passport ni. Èmi nìyẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kejì, wọ́n tún wá mú mi lọ ní ilé kan, wọ́n ní kí n tẹ̀lé àwọn, mo tún tẹ̀lé wọn débẹ̀. Nígbà tá a débẹ̀, olórí immigration officer wọ́n ti sọ fún mi pé kémi jẹ́wọ́ níbo ni mo ti rí físà. Mo ní what do you mean? Mo gbẹ́ kí ọ̀tún àti tòsì, pọ́nnu tí wọ́n rí pé mo gbé confidence tí wọ́n rí lára mi àtọ̀rọ̀ míì tí mo tún sọ torí ibi tí mò ń lọ àwọn tí mò ń lọ bá ń bẹ̀ àwọn tó jẹ́ pé kódà president ìlú yẹn gan bẹ̀rù ni àwọn tó jẹ́ pé bí ká sọ pé Dangote ṣe mọ̀ pé the fear of Dangote in Nigeria is the beginning of wisdom even fún president fún government so irú wọn yẹn ni mo lọ bá lọ́hùn wọ́n wá ní gbogbo lèmi ti rí visa mo ní what do you mean ẹ lọ bí ẹ tó jẹ́ consular general yín lè rí Nàìjíríà Àbújá ni mo ti lọ gbà ibi báyìí mo dẹ̀ dárúkọ àdírẹ́sì yẹn full ibẹ̀ ni mo ti lọ gbà wọ́n bá mi gbà fúnra mi ni mo lọ ó dẹ̀ nà mí ní 2 days wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe interview fún mi fortunately mo rí name tag ẹ̀ tó ṣe interview fún mi kíá ni mo dárúkọ ẹ̀ mo rántí dáadáa mo ní lágbájá báyìí nínú consul office yìí embassy yìí bẹ̀ ni mo ti gbà ẹni tó dẹ̀ ṣe interview fún mi ni àwọn méjì wojú ara wọn báyìí àtẹ̀ntàn mú mi lọ bá àtẹ̀ntàn mú mi lọ bá mi ò ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kankan o wọ́n mọ̀ lámọ̀dájú pọ̀ regina ní físà yẹn o but torí pé wọ́n mọ̀ pé Nigerians àti pé wọ́n rí green passport yẹn lọ́wọ́ mi bó bá dá American passport mo gbé dání wọ́n ti ẹni dá mi láàmú ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni màá ti wọlé wọ́n free àwọn tó kù ẹnìkan dúró báyìí ló ń pass àwọn èèyàn tó bá ti rí pé nígbà tó ti rí pé green passport tó kàn náwó ọ̀tún sí mi ni pé kébì dúró báyìí nígbà tó pass gbogbo èrò bá ṣe gbogbo àtàbọ́lẹ̀ nu plane yẹn bá ṣe pọ̀ tó nígbà tó pass gbogbo wọn wọlé tán ó yọ èmi sẹ́yìn èmi nìkan lọ́mọ Nàìjíríà ó yọ mí sẹ́yìn Dubai láti wọ̀ ó yọ mí sẹ́yìn mo wá dúró kí ni mo ṣe ó ṣàní kí n dúró kí n gbà mo dẹ̀ dúró tán ó mú mi lọ bí fẹ́ mú mi lónìí tẹ̀lé òun wọ́n fọwọ́ ha físà yẹn báyìí ìgbà tán rí nǹkan ṣe tí wọ́n gbẹ́ni tí mo dárúkọ ibi báyìí ni mò ń lọ o ṣé kí n pè é sí kí n sọ fún pé ẹ̀dá mi dúró lẹ̀ síbi wọ́n lọ́dọ̀ ọ̀làwẹ̀ mo ní bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ̀ bá ti sọ pé bí báyìí lẹ̀ ń lọ wọ́n ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá ń bẹ̀ mí pé kí n má lọ sọ mọ́ríkàsì tí bá débẹ̀ pé àwọn dá mi dúró pé báyìí no problem mo ṣáà lọ mo wá rò títí pé kí lè ṣe àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà kí ni tá a ṣe ẹjọ́ wọn kọ́ ewúrẹ́ ti mẹ́rẹ̀ jẹ ó ti ní kí gbẹ̀gìrì ṣàn ní láyé ìgbà kan iyì àtàpọ̀nlé tó wà fọmọ Nàìjíríà ní anywhere ní any airport kódà wọn á tún fẹ́ lè bẹ̀gbẹ̀rù ẹ wá rí àbùkù tí wọ́n fi ń kàn wá báyìí rẹ̀ mo ṣe sọ pé àfi ká gbélé iná wá káwa tá a já rìnrìn àjò ká fi ní experience ní tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bàbá yìí ló ń káwọn èèyàn lọ wọ́n ti gbéra láti Nàìjíríà wọ́n dé Cairo Egyptia ló gbé wọn so Cairo náà máa land wọ́n nígbà táwọn dé Cairo gbogbo ìwé tó yẹ káwọn ti gbà wọ́n ti gbà dání bí kọ́kàn dẹ̀ lọ kí wọ́n lọ board nígbà tí plane board second class lẹ́ni yẹn wọ̀ business class rather ló wọ̀ ó jókòó sí lounge wọn ó jẹun àwọn tó kù ẹ̀dẹ̀ wà bá ń bẹ̀ wọ́n rí wọn ibẹ̀ náà ti wá gbé lounge náà ti wá gbé wọ́n ní kó tẹ̀lé àwọn kó tẹ̀lé wọn ó débẹ̀ tán ó débi tán máa mú dé ló jẹ́ kó bẹ̀ sí ní interrogate bàbá oníbàbà láìṣẹ̀ láìrò interrogation sì dáa ká ní interrogate nìkan ni irú àdápa irọ́ tí ò tiẹ̀ lẹ́sẹ̀ lẹ́ rárá irọ́ tó lè pààyàn wọ́n tún wá ní kó pamọ́ra obìnrin kan ti accuse ó ní o bá òun sùn ó lọ rape òun ó yá àfi tó bá accept pé o ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ la máa tó fi ẹ́ lẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀wà panirun àwọn ọ̀wà tí ò ṣe é gbọ́ gbogbo irú nǹkan yìí most of irú ẹ̀ lọ́mọ Nàìjíríà witness every day Barrister ti fi kọrin ti pẹ́ ó ní tó bá gbéra látòkè láti Nàìjíríà wá ń bí tó bá lọ dé òkè òkun tó bá rí Nàìjíríà passport lọ́wọ́ rẹ gbogbo first security ogun ti dé vigorous searching náà máa fún ẹ tí wọ́n bá tún ṣe searching náà tán wọn ò ní ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì rárá wọ́n ní ẹ̀ṣẹ́jọ́ òyìnbó wá ní kì í ṣẹjọ́ àwọn bìrìtìkó rárá tán bá search wà tán vigorously wọ́n tún ní ṣe sọ́ọ̀rì torí kí ni torí wọ́n ti rí green passport lọ́wọ́ wa àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ olórí wa ó yẹ kí lè jẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn mú green passport dání diplomatic passport náà rù kiri àwọn passport tí ò ní di visa yẹn tó sì jẹ́ onílù tí kò sí ìlú tó dé lágbàáyé tán lè wọ̀ diplomatic passport làwọn máa ń mú dání kì í sì ṣe color green àwa tùrọ̀tìrọ̀ àwọn ọmọ nàìjíríà là ń lo color green àwọn oníṣẹ́ ọmọ nàìjíríà special bill làwọn bó tẹ̀ tí kò jẹ́ kó lórí nàìjíríà ni wọ́n but special làwọn gbogbo àwọn olóṣèlú náà ní lọ́wọ́ wọ́n ní kí bàbá ìparọ́ mọ́ra ẹ̀ bàbá yẹn kọ̀ ó lóun ò mọ̀ kankan kó wọ́n tẹ rúbìnrin tẹ̀ sọ yìí rí ẹni tó wá lọ mú wá ń sápamọ́ ń gọ ṣùgbọ́n orí padà kó bàbá yẹn yọ orí padà kó yọ àìmọye ẹni tó jẹ́ pé ó ti ṣẹ̀wọ̀n gbé láìṣẹ̀ láìrò látara kó ń travel tó bá lọ jẹ́ bàbá yẹn nìkan ló ń travel ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí yẹn á ṣẹlẹ̀ sí gbé á sì jìyà yẹn gbé ọpẹ́lọpẹ́ àwọn tó ń kó travel ni wọ́n padà gba bàbá yẹn lẹ̀ nípa wípé they too refused láti board nígbà tó tásìkò tí aláì wọn board wọ́n clear wọ́n ní káwọn lọ board wọ́n dẹnu plane wọn láwọn ò wọlé plane ò dẹ gbọ́dọ̀ gbéra torí pé wọ́n ti mark boarding pass wọn àfi kí wọ́n rí wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bá dá wọn airport kan ẹni tí wọ́n máa pariwo nítọ̀hún pé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí this is the last call for kinní kan torí pé ó ti gba boarding pass wọ́n ti mark ẹ̀ pò wá àdẹ̀fi kí àwọn èèyàn tó gba boarding pass fi kí gbogbo síìtì yẹn pé ká ní kò gba boarding pass no show ni which means kò yọjú nìyẹn but tó ti gba boarding pass wọ́n ti issue síìtì yẹn jáde àfi káwọn èèyàn pé lórí síìtì yẹn tí iye èèyàn tó wà nù plane ò bá ti tálì pẹ̀lú iye boarding pass plane ò ní fò wọ́n wá nígbà tí àwọn ará bíyàn tí wọ́n kọ̀ tí wọ́n ò board tí wọ́n wọlé lára àwọn pilot crew àwọn cabin crew wọ́n wá lọ sọ fún àwọn ará bíyàn pé ẹ ra fọkùnrin sílẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ má fẹ́ dá wà lálẹ́ lẹ́rù ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá bá wọn náà ṣẹ̀ wá fi bàbá yẹn sílẹ̀. What a very bad experience. You need to listen to this man ntójú ẹ̀ rí ẹ jẹ́ kí àwa arìnrìn àjò káwa náà wo eléyìí ká tún lè dìyẹn mẹ́rù tá a bá ń lọ ká lè ṣọ́ra. Bàbá kan náà sọ story kan tí mo gbọ́ lórí ẹni tó pàdé inú plane tó jẹ́ òun tí ẹ ti board already ṣùgbọ́n ẹnìkan gbé drugs sínú báàgì ọlọ́run bó ṣe maneuver ó wá fẹ́ tì sẹ́ni yẹn lọ́rùn ó dọ́gbọ́n dọ̀rẹ́ ó ní kó máa bóun gbé báàgì àdẹ́dọ̀ dídọ̀ lọ sàkóyàn náà yọ wọ́n mú onítọ̀hún wọ́n mẹ́ni tó lẹ́rù. Oríṣiríṣi ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ tá a bá rìnrìn àjò èyí tá a fẹ́ fi hàn wáyìí náà ẹ jẹ́ ká wò káà náà tó wò ká tún kọ́ yẹn náà mọ ọgbọ́n tá à ń kọ́ ká mú yẹn náà mọ ẹrù wa ká lè mọ ara ṣọ́ bóyá Nàìjíríà ni o or outside Nàìjíríà ẹ jẹ́ ká jọ lọ ohun tí bàbá yẹn sọ.
Hello, I'm Reverend Dr. Israel Christlery, the Senior Pastor of Shepherd Baptist Church, Obanikoro, Lagos, Nigeria, the CEO of Oasis of Faith Intercontinental Limited, that is a private Christian pilgrimage company, and the president of Christian Tourism Practitioners Association of Nigeria, CTPAN. That is the umbrella body for all private pilgrimage operators in Nigeria. I want you to spare me just a few minutes to watch this video. If you are a traveler who carries a Nigerian passport, or if you have someone close to you who travels with a Nigerian passport. I had a very traumatic experience at Cairo International Airport recently on April 30, 2024, and I need to share this with you. I left Lagos for Amman through Egypt Airlines with a group of 28 pilgrims, and we had a stopover for 4 hours in Cairo before we boarded the second leg from Cairo to Amman. I took all my pilgrims to our connecting gate, H2, around 9 p.m. And having said to 26 of them there, myself and another woman who were on the trip, who were flying business class left for the business class lounge. We were in that lounge until 1 hour before our next flight. When I told her to let us go back to the gate, since I saw the notification that the gate of our connecting flight was open. When we arrived, I saw the pilgrims seated and not going through the gate security checks. I asked them why, and they replied that they tried to, but were asked to go back and sit down and allow others to go through the check first. I then went to the counter and asked a young man I saw there if they were not attending to among passengers yet. And he confirmed that they were already doing that. So I told all the pilgrims to rise up and let us go through the gate formalities to board our next flight. As we lined up to go through the formalities, I saw some policemen and some airport staff discussing, talking together. I wonder what they were talking about. And initially, I thought it was about our documentation or visas that they wanted to confirm. After a little time, I was told to step aside and allow others to go through the security check. At that time, I knew we could do our own security check easily. That means myself and the other woman. So I told her to wait for me while others can go through their security check. Some policemen then asked me to follow them to their office. At this time, I still assumed it had to do with our documentation. So I brought all the documents relating to our trip and asked the woman to wait until I returned to the gate. They then took me to the office of the head of the police of the airport, and 3 police officers entered with me while about 12 others were outside looking at us through the door, which was left open. Then the chief police officer asked me if I knew what offense I had committed. I wondered what the offense was and replied I had not committed any offense. Then they brought a man in as an interpreter who told me in English language that a lady had just accused me of sexual assault and the punishment was jail and I should be ready to go to jail. My first comments were, who, where, when, and how? Then they pointed to a lady who decided to hide her face behind another lady. When I tried to look at her direction, I told the interpreter I had never seen the lady talk less of talking with her. The police chief then said, in our country, we believe the word of any woman as true. And that means with or without evidence, you are guilty. He then said there was a video evidence. When I heard that there was a video evidence, I was relieved and I requested for the video evidence. He later said there was no need for video evidence because it will make me miss my flight unless I agreed to their offered solution. I made it clear that if they had any video evidence, they would not find me there. For I had been at the business class lounge for 3 hours and I had an alibi among my pilgrims who was there with me in the lounge till we left for the gate. Then they said there was a witness, and immediately a young man came forward who stated that he was a witness to the assault. I asked him where and when, but there was no answer. The police chief then said that since there was a witness, I could only go if I accepted the solution he will offer. I asked what was the solution. He then said, I must apologize to the lady in a way that she will accept. I then asked, how do I apologize for what I had not done? He insisted that if I did not apologize, I shall be charged to court. I then tried to look in the direction of the lady, who was still hiding her face behind another lady, and said, lady, I have never met you. I have no idea of what you are talking about, but possibly someone else has attacked you and you mistook me for the person. Nevertheless, sorry to you if you're offended. Anyway, but let it be known that I have no idea of what you are saying. The police chief then turned to a man who was said to be her boss if my apology was accepted, and he said it was okay. The police chief then said I should follow him to another office and leave my hand luggage behind. I objected to that idea by saying I cannot leave my bag behind because the rule of every airport is that passengers must always be with their luggage. I cannot leave my luggage behind. And at this time, I began to discern that they were up to something. They were trying to look for every means to set me up. When we got to the other office, I was asked to wait outside. When the police chief and other officers entered, at this time, I told myself that if these people succeeded, there was no way to free myself. I was totally isolated from my pilgrims, who were supposed to be boarding the next flight. And I could not understand their conversation, which they were making in Arabic. I then picked up my phone, pressed the record button, and kept the phone back in my pocket. At least that will be my only evidence in the future. After a while, I was invited into the office and I was asked to come and sign a document they had prepared in Arabic. I refused to sign because I told them I did not know what they had written. That would be stupid of me as an educated person. They said if I did not sign, I will go to jail. They said it does not matter, that what they actually wrote was just a settlement. And I still said no. To the glory of God, I have spent over 25 years of my life studying up to PhD level. I cannot sign what I do not know. The police chief then got angry and shouted me down and said, "You will miss your flight and I will detain you and charge you to court." The following morning, I then said to him, if God says I will go to jail for an offense I did not commit, so be it. But I will not sign unless I know what was written. Then the so-called interpreter offered to read the content to my hearing. And I told him I could not trust his reading. I insisted I could only sign if they could rewrite it in English. When they began to pressure me, I took the biro and wrote below the Arabic write-up, I do not know. I plan to write below, I do not know what was written above, but I am compelled to sign this document. Therefore, I am not aware of the contents above. But when they saw me writing, I do not in English, one of the officers snatched the biro from me and shouted me down. The police chief then insisted if I did not sign, I will miss my flight, which will have taken off, and they would detain me and charge me to court the following morning. Then an idea came to my mind. Since I succeeded in writing, I do not below the Arabic. It speaks volume. So I picked the biro again and wrote my surname. While doing that, the desk manager of the check-in counter came in and talked to them in Arabic like magic. They handed over my passport to me and asked him to take me to the aircraft. I did not understand the magic words that effected my release until I got to the tarmac. Right at the foot of the aircraft, I saw all my 27 pilgrims standing at the entrance of the aircraft. They had refused to board the plane unless their leader was released, against all pleas and threats, even from the pilot, who told them he would take off without them. They refused to enter the aircraft unless their leader was released. Now I know that was my saving grace. The refusal of 27 persons who had already checked in to enter the plane frustrated their plots. That was the report the desk manager brought to this syndicate at their airport. They would have succeeded if I were traveling alone. I wondered what they would have achieved if there were no people that I was traveling with. They would have succeeded in making me miss my flight and extort me. I am still traumatized by that event, wondering what would have happened. What else would have happened if there were no other passengers with me? No doubt this could have happened to many other persons who would have been charged to court for wrong accusations or ended up being extorted by this syndicate in that airport. I decided to make this video to expose the evil plots going on in many African airports against Nigerians. Kindly share this video with all your friends and your brothers so that they can know what goes on. We need to be more careful with these people. Please do your best to make it go viral. You might be saving another person from such embarrassment by exposing the evil schemes in some of these airports. May God save us from evil men. Amen and amen.
ṣé ẹ ti gbọ́ báyìí ṣé ẹ rí pé orí ló kó pásítọ̀ yìí yọ àwọn ọmọ ọ̀jọ́ tó kó tí wọ́n kó wọn lọ rìnrìn àjò ibi bẹ̀ gan létí tán ò bá ti dé torí pé ká ló lọ buwọ́lu àwọn òwe yẹn ni ká ló lọ parọ́ mọ́ rẹ̀ pé kí n tètè sọ́kàn lè fi mílẹ̀ kí n lè lọ bọ́ọ̀dù plane plane yẹn kò ní rí mọ́ láéláé torí pé láti bẹ̀yẹn tán bá gbé tó sì buwọ́lu pé lóòótọ́ lòun ṣe nǹkan yẹn tán bá gbé kérémọ́jé náà máa gbé lọ wọ́n lè fún lẹ́wọ̀n 30 years ìyẹn tán bá fún lẹ́wọ̀n rárá torí irú bẹ̀ yẹn raping may tantamount to death ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ tí ó ṣẹ̀ láìṣẹ̀ láìrò láìrí ọmọbìnrin náà rí sójú kí ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbà nínú irú ìwà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ míì ju pé àjọmọ Nàìjíríà and ẹrú kan ní mú ní búgba ẹrú àwọn kan ni wọ́n balẹ̀ jẹ́ kan tó máa dé pápẹ́lẹ̀ fún Nàìjíríà láwọn other countries tó ń lọ yẹn àwọn country míì tiẹ̀ wà wọ́n ti gbà kí ọmọ Nàìjíríà wà lọ àwọn ọmọ rárá ni bá ti mú Nàìjíríà passport dání wọn ní fún visa wọn ní ọ̀nà application rárá bí irú Kuwait irú Qatar àtàwọn ìlú míì Tinubu ti fẹ́ parí ti Dubai bọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ Dubai náà ní fún ẹ̀ wọ́n ní fún yàn ọba ti rí Nigerian passport lọ́wọ́ yàn ọ̀dọ̀ ìjà Nigeria àti Dubai diplomatic fight ní tiyẹn but àwọn tó kù ban Nigerians nítorí ìwà táwọn ọmọ Nigeria náà lọ wù nílùú wọn ni sọ ìtẹ́ bá já rìnrìn àjò ká tó wúrú ìwà kan ẹ jẹ́ àrò dáadáa pẹ̀lú àkóbá wo ni màá fi ṣe fáwọn tó kù lẹ́yìn mi tó ń bọ̀ àwọn tó tún sì máa wá kọ́ńtì irú àkóbá wo máa ṣe fún wọn. sọmọ Nàìjíríà ló fà á tó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn ará bíi máa ń wà skeptical lórí passport wa àti pé gbogbo tí wọ́n gbọ́ táwọn olórí wa náà ń ṣe yẹn gbogbo tó ń gbọ́ táwọn olórí wa náà ń ṣe ó ti jẹ́ kí oníkálukú ní impression pé Nigeria is a corrupt country for you not to come in and corrupt their country wọn ò ní fẹ́ kí Nigeria wọlé. mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé ẹrú kan ní mú ní gbígbẹrú àwọn kan dẹ̀ wà mú ní bú ni ẹran ọ̀bíyẹ ni wọ́n jẹ́ tíbíyẹ fọ́ lójú ọ̀tún tẹ́ran ẹ̀ fọ́ lójú òsì bẹ́ẹ̀rọ bá ń kọjá lọ wọ́n á ní ẹwọ ẹran lójú kan ẹ wo kílípù tí mo fẹ́ fi hàn wáyìí ìyẹn náà rìnrìn àjò ní o bóyá Amẹ́ríkà bí bóyá UK àbá Amẹ́ríkà irọ́ tó pa kúrò lé tó fi gba físà ni pé àwọn lọ ṣe conference àwọn òyìnbó sì gbọ́ jùlọ ó bá wọn bẹ̀bí bùbá ẹsẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé irọ́ ló ń pa irú àwọn ọ̀wà báyìí náà ló fà á táwọn òyìnbó yìí náà fi ya wèrè ti Nigerian passport. arákùnrin lòun lọ ṣe conference ní country bóyá Amẹ́ríkà bóyá London ìkọlù méjì ní ṣá torí ìfura táwọn ará àwọn tó wà ní airport fura sí wọ́n láti pe conference center yẹn torí wọ́n bi léèrè pé tíkẹ́ẹ̀tì tó fẹ́ fi wọlé dà invitation tó send sí ẹ dà receipt tó fi sanwó seminar dà hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì wo ló fẹ́ dé sí gbogbo nǹkan tán bí ìlò fail òyìnbó wá kí fóònù mọ́lẹ̀ ṣé ìlú wọn kúkú ni wọ́n mọ̀ bí tí conference yẹn ti fẹ́ wáyé wọ́n wá pè ó ní tóun bá dé center yẹn lòun fẹ́ sanwó tóun ò sanwó lẹ̀ láti online nígbà tí wọ́n pe àwọn tó organize conference àwọn yẹn ní gbogbo àwọn táwọn fẹ́ lò náà ti sanwó ní online kò sẹ́nikẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ tí ò ti sanwó pé wọ́n dẹ̀ ní slip táwọn fún wọn ọkùnrin fìtí ara ẹ̀ gbọ́. Irú àwọn ọ̀wà báyìí ló kó bá green passport wa àti ṣe sí àwọn olórí wa tán rí. Oníkálukú ti ní impression pé tó bá ti rí Nàìjíríà corruption.
Hi, you have your passport? Where are you coming from today, sir?
I'm coming from Nigeria.
Nigeria? Okay, sir, why do you come to the United States?
I'm representing my ministry at the AAC conference 2019 in Nevada.
Okay, and what do you have in your bags today, sir?
Just clothes.
Just clothes, nothing else? All right, sir, I'm gonna have you follow me really quick, okay? We're gonna do a quick baggage exam.
I'm encouraged. You understand?
I understand, sir, but you need to understand right now, I'm still gonna go ahead and take a look at your bags and everything. Go ahead and place all your belongings on top of the belt for me. I'm gonna do a quick baggage exam. All right, sir, so how many days will you be staying in the United States?
5 days.
5 days. Any food in your bags today?
Really, they are just snacks.
Snacks. Okay.
Yes.
So tell me about this ministry.
My ministry is in charge of
Petroleum industry, okay? What's your position title?
senior petroleum engineer.
So you're an engineer?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Is this your badge?
That is my,
Okay.
that's my office ID card.
I'm gonna have you step back from me, please, okay?
Yeah.
It's been expired since last year.
Only been money. It's not working.
When was the last day you went to work?
The day before yesterday.
Do you have a employee ID that's not expired?
They've not issued and
It
it's
doesn't
not
take 3
issued.
months to issue an ID, sir.
So where is this conference at?
Southern Day now.
Lake Tahoe.
Call and confirm.
I'll call him. Just take a seat,
Thank
okay?
you.
1, 2, 3, 350, 390, 400, 404.
Hello? My name is Officer Lara. I'm with U.S. Customs and Border Protection. I'm just trying to see if this reservation is still active. He's here in regards for this workshop. You don't have a reservation for that number. You guys canceled it? Okay. Thank you so much for your assistance, ma'am. The workshop said that you have to pay before getting in there. He doesn't have any reservations of him paying for the workshop. So something doesn't make sense.
His credit card expires this month. According to him, he has 31,000 naira on his credit card,
21,000.
which is about, I don't know,
$58.
50, 60 bucks.
Registration $600. That's more than what he has.
How much did you pay to attend this workshop?
You have not paid.
You have not paid.
Yes.
According to the workshop, which I have called, you actually had to pay before in order to attend this workshop.
No. Once I get there.
You need to pay ahead of time in order to attend this workshop, is what I'm telling you. So you're telling me that the event lied to me, to a federal officer, they lied to me.
That is exactly what is happening.
Tell you right now, brother, there's a lot of holes in that story.
I'm not lying. We are registered when we get there. All I've told you now is nothing but truth.
Your conference, it's at a
Yes.
hotel. Why didn't you get reservations?
I'm not the only one from my ministry that come for this conference.
He's not answering my questions.
Right now, you're going to go speak to another set of officers. They're going to give you the opportunity to be honest. The mistakes you made with me by not being honest with me, you get another chance. And they're going to decide whether you can come in or not today, okay? So we're going to walk down. Do me a favor, take your hand out of your pocket, okay? Apparently, he's attending this workshop. So we called this place and we asked him if he was registered, and they told us that he was not registered and he hasn't paid the dues. Yes, sir. At this moment, he has to realize that we got him lying. But, I mean, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's always good to give people that opportunity to come clean.
I'm gonna take a statement from you. We're just gonna talk about your purpose to travel. What are you doing here? Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that all statements you're about to make are true and complete to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, put your hand down. What country are you a citizen of?
Nigeria. I'm a citizen of Nigeria.
And the purpose of travel to the United States was?
To attend a conference.
Sir, immigration officers contacted this convention. They don't know who your team is. You are not registered.
We are all registered. We will be registered. That is the procedure.
No, it's not the procedure.
When we get to the venue.
No, it's not, sir. Why would somebody at this convention say to an immigration officer that the registration's closed? So who's lying?
I'm not lying. I can never lie.
Okay. So you're saying this letter you presented to Customs and Border Protection is true? So you're saying this person made a mistake?
Made mistake?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you are currently employed, correct?
I'm a chemical engineer.
Chemical engineer?
Yes.
Who hired you? What is that person's name?
Doctor. That is
so if we call the embassy to verify that person, he will vouch for you?
Yes, I think so.
Yes, you think so? Okay.
Yes, I work under him.
Okay. All right. Just think about all the things you said. Just think, okay?
wọ́n jẹ́ kí àwọn òyìnbó yìí kí wọ́n máa wà skeptical ni but kéèsì eléyìí ó yàtọ̀ sí kéèsì pásítọ̀ yẹn tí pásítọ̀ yẹn wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀ọ́mọ̀ fi win chọ́n tẹ̀ ni kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan méjì torí kó ti gbé Nigerian passport wá but títẹ̀ léyìí ara àwọn mistake táwọn èèyàn wa máa ń ṣe kí wọ́n tó travel nìyẹn instead of us to cross our teeth and dot our eyes instead ká gbọ̀nà tó tọ́ fi ṣe gbogbo documentation wa instead kó pé ká mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń lọ ṣe correct síwájú ká tó gbéra ńlé à fẹ́ cut corners forgetting that àwọn tá à ń lọ bá wọ́n yàtọ̀ sáwà ti Nàìjíríà bí gbogbo orú àwọn ọ̀wà báyìí kó ní kálukú wa náà fi kọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀yin tí wọ́n bá ṣe documentation lọ́wọ́ tó jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń ṣe documentation yìí lọ́wọ́ ẹ rí pé ọ̀nà tó tọ́ ni wọ́n bá yín gbé gbà ẹ rí pé ó confam ó tójú ń rí láwọn arrival ní kéèyàn tó wọlé kì í ṣe tó dẹrùn o bọ́ tó o bá ti ní gbogbo document ẹ lọ́wọ́ tó o dẹ̀ ṣe fíìsà ẹni bó ṣe correct tó o dẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó correct wọ́n lè halẹ̀ mọ́yàn tó bá rí Nigerian passport but tó bá ti rí ẹ pé eléyìí ní confidence ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ tó ń ṣe they will later release you. Then ẹ̀kọ́ tí mo rí nínú ti pastor ta kọ́kọ́ play yẹn ni pé tó bá fi èdè kọ́kọ́ àwọn nǹkan kan lára ìfà téèyàn ò bá mọ̀ kó má bọ̀wọ́ lù ú èdè tí wọ́n bá ti fi kọ́ tó ti dédé lu wọn tẹ́ àti mọ̀ kéèyàn má buwọ́ lù kó kọlù fún interpreter. We deserve to have an interpreter. Ọlọ́run tó máa kẹ́ pastor yẹn ọ̀nà méjì ni ká ló buwọ́ lu anything bẹ́ẹ̀ ni no matter irú wàhálà tó ń káwọn tó jọ lọ fà wọ́n á dè mọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n á ló ti accept pé òun ṣẹ̀ ó kọ̀ kò buwọ́ lù ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì Ọlọ́run tún fáwọn tó jọ lọ kẹ́ ẹ gbàgbéjì àwọn èèyàn wà lọ́gbà ẹ̀wọ̀n wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ o káàkiri ayé tí wọn ò mọwọ́ mẹsẹ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ jọ ọmọ Nàìjíríà mo ní kí n gbélé ìwá kí àwa ọmọ Nàìjíríà tá à ń travel pàápàá jùlọ ẹ̀yin Yorùbá tẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ èmi jù ká wò ó ká kọ́gbọ́n nú ẹ̀ ká lè tó dì mẹ́rù nígbà tá a bá ń lọ tá a fẹ́ travel àyùlọ àyùbọ̀ lọ́wọ́ yẹn nu bàbá ṣe ń lọ tá à ń bọ̀ lẹ́ni wa ò ní já kò ní forí sọ́kì á sì máa lọ rí á máa bọ̀ rí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ti pásítọ̀ yìí ẹ jẹ́ ká fi kọ́gbọ́n tó ibi ni mo rí dé o Aláwìyé Adébáyọ̀ Sàbúrì ọmọ Àbàtíṣà lábẹ́kúta ẹni tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí bàbá gbàgede bọ̀ ètò tẹ́ ń wò yìí ò ní ètò ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ ẹ jẹ́ káwa náà tá à ń já rìnrìn àjò ẹ jẹ́ ká máa wúrú àwọn nǹkan báyìí láti máa fi kọ́gbọ́n ká dẹ̀ tún lè máa dì mẹ́rù dání pé ká ṣọ́ra ṣe láyọ̀.
BGI TV yìí mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ ti ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. BGI TV mo fẹ́ máa wò, ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ ti ń gbèsè mo fẹ́ gbọ́, ètò lóríṣiríṣi wọ́n wà lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan, ìròyìn tó kojú òṣùwọ̀n àtàwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àgbọ́ fi kọ́gbọ́n, eré wọlé fún tẹ̀rù tọmọ tèwe tàgbà ẹ má fi para. Àdànà kó kọjá mórí nǹkan fèrè, bàbá rere káwí parí. BGI TV, we are the pace setter. Bàbá gbàgede ìmọ̀ tẹlifíṣọ̀n station tí dòde.